in the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Mongolian steppe, where the sky meets the earth in an endless horizon. A story was forged in hardship and fire. This is not just the tale of a conqueror, but of a boy who endured unimaginable loss, a leader who united a scattered people, and a visionary who built the largest contiguous land empire in history. This is the true story of Genghis Khan. Long before he was a Khan, he was a boy named Temüjin, born into a world of fierce tribal rivalries. His early life was a brutal lesson in survival. His father, a minor chieftain, was poisoned by a rival clan, plunging his family into destitution. Abandoned by their own people, Temüjin, his mother, and his siblings were forced to scavenge for survival on the harsh, windswept plains. It was here, in the crucible of suffering, that the seeds of his resilience were sown. He learned to hunt, to fight, and most importantly, to endure. The steppe was a chaotic chessboard of shifting alliances and constant warfare. To survive, one needed more than just strength. One needed cunning. Temüjin displayed an early genius for political strategy. He forged a powerful bond with a young chieftain named Jamuka, his blood brother, and together they began to build a following. He also won the allegiance of Togrul, the powerful Khan of the Kurit tribe, by cleverly reminding him of an old alliance with his father. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategic marriages, and sheer force of will, Temüjin steadily gathered power, drawing warriors to his banner not by birthright, but by merit. But his rise was not without conflict. His friendship with Jamuka eventually fractured, turning into a bitter rivalry. The two represented different ideals. Jamuka favored the traditional aristocratic order, while Temüjin promoted a meritocracy, rewarding loyalty and skill above all else. Their clash culminated in a series of brutal battles that would decide the fate of the Mongol tribes. Temüjin's innovative military tactics set him apart. He organized his warriors into decimal units, squads of 10, companies of 100, and battalions of 1,000, creating a disciplined and highly mobile army. He perfected the feigned retreat, luring his enemies into devastating ambushes, and mastered the art of psychological warfare, often winning battles before they even began. In the year 1206, at a great assembly known as the tribal leaders of Mongolia declared Temüjin the supreme ruler of all the steppe peoples. He was given the title Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. His first act was not one of conquest, but of unification. He broke down the old, warring tribal structures and reorganized his people into a single, unified nation. He established a written legal code called the Asa. This code was revolutionary for its time. It forbade the kidnapping of women, regulated theft, promoted religious tolerance, and created a system of laws that applied to everyone, from the lowest soldier to the Khan himself. It was the foundation upon which he would build his empire. With the Mongol tribes united under one banner for the first time in history, Genghis Khan turned his gaze outward. The campaigns that followed were unlike anything the world had ever seen. The Mongol army, a whirlwind of horsemen, swept across Asia with astonishing speed. They were not just barbarians. They were master tacticians and engineers. They adopted siege warfare technology from the peoples they conquered, using catapults and trebuchets to bring down the walls of the most fortified cities. Their intelligence network was vast, relying on spies and scouts to map out terrain and enemy weaknesses. From the kingdoms of northern China to the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia, city after city fell before the unstoppable Mongol advance. But the Mongol Empire was not built on conquest alone. Genghis Khan was a brilliant administrator. He established the Yam, a sophisticated postal relay system that allowed for rapid communication across his vast domain. This network of stations, with fresh horses and supplies, not only carried military intelligence, but also facilitated trade and diplomacy. He understood the importance of commerce, and under his rule, the Silk Road was revitalized and made safe for merchants. For the first time in centuries, goods, ideas, and cultures flowed freely between East and West, ushering in an era of unprecedented cultural exchange known as the Pax Mongolica, the Mongol Peace. He welcomed artisans, scholars, and advisors from all backgrounds, valuing their knowledge and skills. The legacy of Genghis Khan is complex and often misunderstood. To many, his name is synonymous with brutality and destruction. And it's true. His conquests were often violent, leaving a trail of devastation. But this is only half the story. He was also a nation builder, a lawgiver, and a unifier who brought stability and order to a chaotic world. He connected civilizations, promoted religious freedom, and established principles of meritocracy and international law that were far ahead of their time. The empire he created to reshape the map of the world and set the stage for the modern era. From an outcast boy surviving on the steppe to the ruler of the greatest land empire in history, the story of Genghis Khan is a testament to the power of human will. It is a story of survival, of vision, and of a legacy that, for better or worse, forever changed the course of history. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey into the past insightful, please like this video and subscribe for more true stories from history.